Amol, please.
My name is Tanisha Sharma and I am an intern with All India Human Rights Association, a civil society affiliated to United Nations. As we saw in the starting of the clip, that this movie has clearly indicated the taboo and stereotypes in our society when it comes to cruelty and domestic violence. This movie has successfully raised some serious matters and issues about domestic violence, the patriarchal standards and norms that have been infiltrating and penetrating all the households, be it rich or poor. The movie has not just indicated and reflected upon the harsh realities of Indian households, but has also shown the taboo and stigma attached to the concept of divorce. We today, still in Indian society, see divorce as abnormal concept. Why? Is it really okay to call domestic violence part of a marriage? Is it okay to normalize the fact that the pain of one party is actually a compromise or a part of that marriage, of that relationship? Is it okay to just reinforce the concept of sacrifice and understanding on only one party in marriage who is suffering? I'm not talking only on behalf of women. I'm talking on behalf of men as well. This is a very gender neutral concept. But in India, unfortunately, only one gender is suffering this entire tyranny. Marriage, as far as I know, is an institution made up of bricks constituting of mutual care, mutual trust, and mutual respect and love. Marriage can never exist unilaterally. An essential component in a marriage is sustenance and maintenance of the relationship shared between husband and wife. The subsistence of their relationship further strengthens this marital bond, which satisfied all of the parties emotionally, physically, psychologically, socially, and economically. Hindu marriage is, however, a pure relationship between a man and his wife, tied in a sacred knot which is unbreakable, so that they can pursue dharma and karma and attain paramount nirvana. Now this is a bit conservative standards that we have been practicing. Being attached and being connected to the roots is one thing, but with sociological developments, we have to modify and adapt the standards and conditions legally and socially as well. Since initially Hindu law did not give any option for divorce, it was radically and dynamically this option came into existence. Today we will be understanding that what is the concept of divorce. Is domestic violence just simply a part of marriage, or it can be a reasonable ground for divorce as well? Is divorce still affiliated with some taboos and stigmas? First of all, let's understand the entire nature of divorce. What is the purpose of divorce? Previously, as per the Indian culture and tradition, there was no concept of divorce, which was considered to be existing. However, with the dynamic changes in the society, with the very purpose of divorce is to punish the guilty party and also to protect the innocent or the loyal one tied within the matrimonial bonds. Well, what's the purpose of that marriage in which only one party is putting the effort and the other has already given up? The very institution of marriage is to provide a happy coordinating partnership between two individuals. However, if this objective of marriage cannot be meted out, there is no point to continue the same marriage. Therefore, for a happy, free, separate and independent living, who were previously tied within the matrimonial bonds, the concept and purpose of divorce arose and came into existence. Further, let's talk about domestic violence as a ground of divorce, particularly focusing and emphasizing on Section 13 of Hindu Marriage Act. Section 13 is the foundation section that clearly states the ground of divorce. These grounds are several. For example, adultery, cruelty, desertion, conversion, insanity, leprosy, venereal disease, renunciation, and presumption of death. Thus, on these grounds, divorce is bound to take place between the two legally married couples. Section 13A also provides a divorce through mutual consent, where both the parties do not want to continue a married life. Thus, mutually, they accept the fact that they have consented to divorce. If you want to overcome a domestic abuse relationship, the very first thing that you can do is understand the meaning of domestic violence. Domestic violence is not only done by husbands. It is called relationship abuse or domestic abuse, even if it is done by your parents, in-laws, and other family members too. Domestic abuse of elderly people also classifies as domestic violence. Dowry harassment is a type of domestic violence and often results in dowry deaths when domestic abuse turns deadly. Then what can we do in case of such relationships? During lockdown, we have noted, and National Commission of Women also noted the fact that there was a sudden sharp increase in the cases of domestic violence. Many of the cases went underreported because of the fact that many women were afraid to come out and report these cases. If you are a victim of domestic violence, what can you do? Here are certain guidelines. Here are certain helpline numbers as well where you can approach and talk about your matters and raise your concerns and queries. Apart from that, there are certain organizations and governmental organizations as well which can actually help you and aid you on pro bono basis for free. They can actually help you and provide you legal assistance. Even human rights organizations such as All India Human Rights Association and several other NGOs are working successfully in helping such women who are victims of domestic violence. You should not take domestic violence lightly. As per Section 498A of Indian Penal Code, which pertains to cruelty to women, states that domestic violence punishment in India includes imprisonment up to 3 years. So, perpetrators of domestic abuse can face jail time in India. Whoever being the husband or the relative of the husband of a woman subjects such woman to cruelty shall be punished with imprisonment for a term which may extend to 3 years and shall also be liable to fine, which means that you have to raise voice for yourself. Further, I will be displaying certain guidelines and helpline numbers and organizations as well where you can contact for free legal aid advice. Raise your voice. It's not just a slap. It's not just about compromising and adjusting in such marriages. If he is a breadwinner, then you are a homemaker. Stand for yourself.